helping the
We've
many
been working
kids and
together. Yeah, it's
carpenters.
beautiful day today.
Oh,
So he's
great.
helping a lot.
I come in here, I sweat.
Hank's grandnephew.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sun feels so much warmer when it's cold and
Good
clear.
to, nice to meet you. What's her name? The name again?
Free school head person.
Yeah.
She start free school.
Oh,
This is her decision to helping peace.
I wonder if it was her that I read about then.
And
Probably her.
she helped to Hank's and back tax.
Oh,
So this is
When is this
all,
date?
all about her idea, not my idea. I asked Mary-san why she very want helping pagoda, why she want to help to learn what she is about. So I asked her. So George-san making now film.
oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I look out the window and there's this lady in yellow
This-
bowing. And
Talking about when she was free school,
yeah,
she watching the.
she had been in Liz Son's,
Liz Pearson is a Quaker friend.
yeah,
So during
visiting.
the Dennis Banks
Right.
vigil,
right
Yeah, I read
across
about it.
from
I
the school.
stayed Liz Pearson's house.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
The
every
Quaker.
day, every day I go to Liz's house to stay overnight
Yes.
and walk to the
Back to the
capital.
capital for Dennis.
So she see.
And who was that? And Michi says, "Oh, that's Jun's son." I said, "Well, who's Jun's son? You know, what's going on?" And so she filled me in. And right away, I wanted to come out and see what was going on out here. And we helped with some of the work on the the walk around in the
Yeah.
Peace Pagoda, yes, with brooms and so on, and sweeping the concrete. The children picked up stones, and we had the little machine for making concrete.
Yeah, little machine.
You know, and yeah,
Bit by bit.
huh?
Bit by bit.
Yes, bit by bit.
Why you wanna help?
Why? Oh my goodness!
You saw me front of Liz Pearson's house,
Yeah,
and somehow you interest in me,
yeah.
and you realize after that making peace powder, right?
Yes.
And why you want help?
How can I not help?
She wants she wants a world to live in for other people.
What?
A world to live in, you know,
Oh,
the next generations. I don't know if you know this story about Mary, but before I was born, my parents were living in Texas. My father had a teaching job in Denton at the Women's University. And at that time, they were doing open-air testing of nuclear weapons in Texas and in the area. I don't know how far away that missile base was.
oh, about 4 miles, 5 maybe.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that close.
I think so. Maybe I've forgotten.
But there was, they tested the milk that was being sold in the area, and it had strontium-90 in it from the cows eating the grass and the fallout. There was open-air testing. And so my mother went to the
dedication.
dedication of the missile
I
base.
asked her.
You can tell the story, yes, you can tell the story, but
I asked other members of the faculty at the university where Bill was teaching, come, make a sign and come with me. I'm going to picket the missile base. And they said, no. So I said, okay, I will. So I go up there with my little sign, and I'm walking alongside the road, and this very nice young Army lieutenant in a pillbox,
You remember so much.
yeah, where the road went up, and here. It was dedication day, and all the generals coming up, and they have to get rid of me. It's no good to see somebody walking with a sign when you're just celebrating the new missile base. So he comes down to me. He says, "Ma'am, what are you doing here?" And I say, "Well, I'm picketing the base." And he says, "Oh, ma'am, you ought not to do that. your husband will lose his job. It's not right. And I said, well, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. And he said, well, I'm going to have to call in the sheriff. I said, okay, you do what you got to do. I do what I got to do. So here comes Wiley Barnes, the sheriff. He always had 2 6-guns on his belt. And Bud Gentle, his deputy, and they said, all right, come on. Well, I, collapsed, and they had to drag me to the car and took me in, and then let me go at the middle of the town. They didn't want to. Oh no, I guess I had to get an ACLU lawyer from Dallas. That's right, and it was all in all the papers and stuff. So we're getting ready. Bill gets a job in New York, in Albany. So we're getting ready to go north, and I have to go into the office down in the basement. And I say to, well, ma'am, how are you? Gentle. And I said, hi, Mr. Gentle, we're just getting ready to go north. Oh, ma'am, he says, that's too bad. We're going to miss you. Texans are different from other people.
And same time, I hear your son no want to go to school. So you say, let's make school. Is this true?
Yes. Well, that's this
That was me.
You didn't want to go to school.
We've been living in England.
Hank lived in Texas. Too.
It's still going.
We had been living in England in a little village near Oxford.
Oh.
And I went to the village school there, and it was actually fairly strict, but I think what got me, it was 1969, we came back, and I was just in culture shock. We'd been there for a year, and I was just in culture shock of my own country. I couldn't, well, it was the times and everything else, and I just,
What was it?
going
It
back to school was
both
brutal,
ways.
so
They called you
Like
a
any-
little dafty when you first came.
in England, yeah, sure.
Yes, in England.
What
So
is
it's both
dafty?
ways.
Well, I didn't know italic handwriting, but I had been studying it for years, and I made blots with my ink pen, and,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
But he'd already had French. And yeah.
Sure, but like
How
any
old
other
you
kid
are?
that age,
How
What-
old are you at that time?
11.
So you asking mom to making school?
No, I think I was just protesting like any other kid that I was miserable in school. I was
You were,
miserable. I
yes.
didn't want to go, and very much to my surprise, she said, "Fine, don't go." That was the beginning of the school.
I'll teach you
She had
how.
friends with A.S. Neal, an English educator who you might have heard of him. So I think she'd been wanting to do something like that, and I inadvertently spurred her on.
And why you chose to the preschool location? Because this poor section?
When we came from Texas to Albany, we went across the bridge and up through the hill, through the slums, and I said, oh, this is a wonderful place. This is just like Boston, old Boston. I lived around near Boston, and when I was a kid. And, I just wanted to get down there. I love the south end of Albany.
So that you chose. And same time you start making school
Yeah.
because Mike.
Yeah, we had a couple of kids join us later that year, who we
Yeah.
met, and then she wanted to make a school, and so we found an
No, you guys said, we can't stop. We have to have a school.
Is that how it happened? I don't remember.
Yes. So I tried to write I don't know what you call it, a legal
Education.
document to, Anyway, the head of the legal department at State Ed himself took it and said, oh, that won't do, that won't do. And so he wrote our legal document.
Charter or something? A charter of...
Yes. Yeah, he was very nice.
And I hear because preschool is not expensive school because
No, nobody
those
has to
area-
pay
Those
if they-
areas low income people.
Yes.
So I hear the teacher people has no pay very well. So you guys make both all the building and fixing building.
Right.
Yes.
The community.
That's right.
And
That's
then-
We
right.
had a bunch of buildings in the South End. They were
Yeah,
available for back
renting.
taxes.
They were so
It
bad.
was very decayed. That
They
area.
had been landlorded to death. So
Yeah.
I bought them up for very, very little, you know. And then we fixed them up. We had a big pot of stew and bread, and we had a big house party fixing up these old apartments and so on, and then
Junsa.
rented them out.
That's what I was doing in Newburgh when I told you years ago.
What's that?
No, taking areas like you said, that's such a great thing. You guys did that years ago.
Yeah.
And
And
this,
the school, the teachers got, place to live, so
Yeah.
it was able to do. The whole thing was kind of run on a
if
shoestring.
people only knew the Section 8, the help they could get, more people would get involved. Because we did that in Newburgh, and we took the slums and made them habitable again. And but just like you, it's amazing to hear you say it.
so after you establish free school, so many wonderful teachers show up.
Yes, they just
Nancy,
came.
Betty,
Yes,
Chris,
yes.
and all teacher people start involved to helping Peace Pagoda.
Yes.
And all free school parents like Lou and Dorothy, all amazing parents show
Yes.
up and helping and
That's so
making
amazing. It all blossomed from
temple.
there.
What?
It all blossomed from there. You know, from starting those buildings into school.
Yeah, well, what's happening now is, Chris and Betsy live on Wilbur Street,
Yeah, yeah.
next to Madison,
Yeah.
and where the school comes,
Yeah.
the land comes to.
Yeah.
They have bought a big 3-story building that it was the first one that I acquired.
Yeah.
And they're putting their family, the whole family is moving there, right across from Chris and Betsy's
Yeah,
little
I know.
house, that we rebuilt for them.
So you have big community now. I still
Yeah,
going there to say hello.
Yeah.
And still everybody happy to come to Pagoda. And still free school children coming here.
Oh, good.
I'm glad they're still
They
involved.
they helping
I'm
volunteer. You remember
Yeah.
small children
they all
I'm
came to
so
help.
glad.
and they're so happy here. And many children come to me, Jun-san.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
It's so beautiful. It
I keep
going.
thinking about when Katsan was in the
New
house.
Yeah.
And the little children would come and they'd take them, and
This is India. Gandhi ashram.
yeah,
And New Delhi has slum. And Gandhi ashram inside slum.
yeah,
And so Anjusan is one of our orders, nun, has tiny room, like just one small room. And all slum people, children every day coming to her
and-
because she giving candy
that's
every
right.
day.
after
Tiny
the,
candy like this.
yeah,
So it's very beautiful and people just coming, going, helping her. And now she made a beautiful peace pagoda.
oh yes,
Yeah.
I have it on my chest of
Yeah.
drawers, in my bedroom.
Yeah.
I have the plaque.
Because
she
she
sent.
every day go to Gandhi's graveyard.
Yes,
4 o'clock in the morning, walking 1 hour, clean up every day, 25 years, Gandhi's graveyard.
that's right.
Rain and cold, hot,
Where is the
New Delhi.
New Delhi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's Katsan.
she dedicate 25 years every day,
yes,
day.
yes, yes,
So from high class people to low class,
yes, yes.
like untouchable people clean up around Gandhi's
Yes.
graveside. Everybody watching her discipline,
yes.
and they're offering land to make peace
Yeah.
pagoda.
Well, Gandhi was the one who called Guruji, Guruji.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, Gandhi called to my teachers,
Yeah.
Guruji. So
Yes.
the Guruji meaning teacher.
Oh, yes,
So
sure. Yes,
so
Guru.
Gandhi called to my teacher Guruji.
Yes.
You know, so my teacher is so surprised. You
Yes,
know.
yes.
So it's very interesting.
Yes.
So you have a message to free school people to taking care of this land. What's your message? Can you understand? My
Yeah, for the new free school people that are coming to Grafton and know about this place, is there a message you want to send to them?
Yes.
Let them know the next
You
generation.
mean, well, don't they know already?
Well, they do, but it's something to keep things going from the older
Well,
generation to the new generation.
Whoever can remind them of the connection between the free school and the pagoda, that's what I would like to keep, make sure that they always remember that there's a strong connection there. Because I think it's important that children know, you know.
Why so important?
Oh, Jun-san, you guys are the only people in the world who say the same thing decade after decade after peace, 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 peace. Yeah. And somebody has to do that, and you do that. Yeah, Katsan does that.
We are
Kato
stubborn.
Shonin does that. What?
We are very stubborn.
Yes! It's wonderful. I hope you stay very stubborn.
Well, thank you so much. This is a great message for the next generation who need this connection because they may lose this connection. So we want to be able to bridge that.
Very good. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
That's
you.
right. That's
Thank
right.
you.
That would be wonderful.
Thank you so
But
much.
if people no more interested in peace pagoda meaning, our practice no more. So this is our way. I have to keep doing. Otherwise, no more this peace pagoda spirit.
Oh, Liz San is not with us now? She's dead.
What?
Liz San.
Liz Pearson?
Yes. Is she
Liz
dead?
Pearson is already Alzheimer and he passed away many years ago.
Yeah.
Many years ago.
Oh, I didn't
But Pat Beetle is still going on.
know. Okay.
You know, Pat San is
Yes. Yes.
Liz's best friend, Quaker friend. She came here this year, Mother's Day. We celebrate.
Oh, nice.
So next year I should invite you to come Mother's Day
Good.
celebrate.
I'm gonna go back
Nice
to
meeting
work.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, I only got a little bit of time.